Welcome back, everyone. I'm here on my testing grounds doing some experiments with TNT and Obsidian to see if I can improve on my bunker design. And one thing I found out is how to build a shape charge, which is rather handy if you have Obsidian here. I've also found out something rather good in terms of my bunker. Let's just set it to noon here. Alright, so watch. Let's say you need to, I'll show you how to do a full mine shaft this later, assuming you have all the TNT. But you can literally just plunk down a square of TNT, ring it with Obsidian, slap one on top, stick on a lever, and creative mode is off, so I can take damage at the moment. Watch. You're totally fine. You don't even take a hit from that, provided you have full armor. I'll try it without armor in a second. But see, all the force in that blast is directed downward, mining much deeper and it's more square than normal. So using Obsidian, you can actually shape the charge from a stick of TNT. It also prevents TNT blocks underneath it from jumping up. Now, what does this mean for you? Well, for one thing, it means that you can dig very deep mine shafts with this technique. Now, I'm going to turn creative mode on here for a second because I don't want to mine myself into a bed of raw bedrock. But watch. Just mine straight down, all the way down. Oop. Didn't mean to go quite that far. Let's respawn there. Okay. Okay then, let's go sink down this exhaust port and destroy us a big-ass hole in the ground after I plug the bottom here with a piece of bedrock. I forgot in creative mode you can actually dig through the bedrock, which is, as you can see, pretty bad. Alright, look, this will literally go all the way to the bottom layer. Now, turn off creative mode for a moment to grab my TNT. My Obsidian, and we'll need a lever. And turn it back on again so I can fly back up. Or actually, I don't need it at the moment. Watch. Oops. Get a big block of it. Alright, so we got this shaft TNT going all the way down. And you can just literally brick this thing off with your Obsidian blocks, slap a single one on top, drop your lever, and dig yourself a mine shaft. Alright, now with creative mode off. But with creative mode off, using this system, I only took half a heart of damage from the explosion, literally one block under my feet, meaning the Obsidian will keep you safe from the blast. And let's get flying on here. And you can also use this technique to safely blast a mine shaft going all the way down to the bedrock. And look at this. All these resources right in the walls here, all that redstone. You know, that is assuming you farmed enough creepers and sand to have a full stack of 64 or more blocks, depending on how close to the ground you are. But look at this explosion. All the force is directed mostly downwards. And you took almost none of it, just from this little tiny podium of obsidian that was below you. I find that pretty fascinating. So let's put this to a more practical use. So I'll show you some applications here. We'll see if we can build some little fortresses and fortifications. Alright, so what we have here is a simple 2x3 obsidian shield with 1 brick of TNT on the other side, and we'll see if this is enough to protect us from the blast. You see, we took no damage at all from that, but we did drop downwards. So, how about something a little bit more complicated than that? What if we dig 1 down? Just ignore that Steam message real quick. 1 back like this. Then build the same style of little shield, only this time with a ledge beneath it. You see, the obsidian blocks down below direct the charge downwards, protecting these blocks on the side, as well as you from falling. Meaning, the principle with you even didn't take any damage that time at all. Meaning, from just about any charge, my bunker idea with box obsidian will protect you from inside, even if you're right next to the TNT when it detonates on the outside. Now let's try one more thing, see something about those battlements. What if we only have a 1 high wall of TNT, and we have a gap, so the floor is kind of angled like this. You see that? We only took half a heart of damage from that detonation of TNT because we were behind this shield of obsidian. So even 1 block of obsidian between you and a stick of TNT will save you. Just proof, I'll detonate one right there. See? Instant kill. But that 1 block of obsidian keeps you alive. That means on a setup like this with our fort here, right, and it's still devastated because I haven't rebuilt it, but that means with our fort design right here, even if there's TNT bricks all the way up these walls, you can be standing on top of these walls and you'll be totally fine provided you have more than half a heart. Now, of course, if they stack the TNT on top, then you're kind of screwed. But if they've gotten that high, it's your own fault for not being able to repel them. But if you're unaware just about your wall top, you're right? They blow up a whole stack of TNT bricks all the way as high as your walls. You're still safe. Now, I have one last thing that I want to show you guys that I figured out. And this simply is, let's say you have an open wall here, like a doorway. So we're going to stick a TNT right there, it's going to detonate. Right? Still doesn't matter. You're still fine. Even if the explosion won't go around. We can successfully say that obsidian will direct the charge of TNT, well, the explosive properties of the TNT. You can use this for directional mining, for defensive purposes. It's just a rather neat observation. I don't know if it's unique to 1.2.5 or older versions, but yeah, using obsidian you can successfully make shaped charges as well as protect yourself from griefers during combat, and even more. Just thought you guys might find that interesting. Okay guys, just a quick bonus. One last test I want to run, and I thought I'd share it with you guys. I've created a little place to stand in, along with a lever to pull, made of obsidian, and sandwiched a layer of TNT between it and some obsidian on the outside. So the reasoning behind this is to see just how much TNT will you be protected from. Via the one single layer of obsidian. Let's figure this out. There you go. We only lost 1 heart from that huge explosion. So, let's see what the devastation was on the outside. So you can see all the TNT detonated, and the obsidian must have shaped the charge in such a way that, well, actually jack shit happened. It didn't do a damn thing. The surrounding terrain, anything. So as you can see, the abilities of TNT not only to resist an explosion, but to contain and protect against an explosion are quite high. This material is quite possibly, though very expensive to produce, the absolute best thing to build any defensive structure out of, or at least anything you want to make griefer-proof.